Hello everyone. In the previous video we learned about how to use macros in a spreadsheet. So in this video we will learn about how to use macros as a function. So dear students, all the function works in Visual Basic editor, that is the part of Visual Basic application. So before that I already told you how to on this developer tab, because by default MX Excel doesn't support this tab. So I have already taught you how to on this developer tab. So in this video we will continue and we will learn about functions. So dear students, what is function here? A function is a line of code that gets executed on function calling. Means whenever a function is called or invoked, you can say the return result as per the code. It returns the result as per the user's need. So to define a macro as a function, we use the keyword function. Okay, so students, how to do functioning, how to prepare a function using this editor, I will let you explain. So click on the developer tab and then click on Visual Basic. Here you will have to choose the sheet, in which sheet you want to work. Okay, so this is your editor window where the coding part will be done. So click on the insert tab and then click a module. Fine, now we will do coding. So first of all I am writing function. Function is the keyword and it is the reserve word. Okay, so you will have to write function and after that name of the function. Suppose I am giving some value 1 2 3 and after that parenthesis. Some value 1 2 3, you can give any of the name to your function according to the need. And in the next line the body of the function will be there. So in body, whatever the work you want to get it operate from your function, you will have to do that coding. Suppose I just want to make a program to sum of the values. So sum value 1 2 3 is equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30, means to say whenever I will call this function, the result of this value will shown to me on the screen. Clear students? So by pressing Alt plus F11 key combination, I will switch the window. Here I will show you the output equal some value 1 2 3. This is the name of function and then parenthesis, enter. Now you can see the result on the screen 60. In the same way you can make more functions. Okay, so students, have you observed something that some max min many of the more functions are there in MS Excel and the coding of all the function is done in this tab, in this window. Okay, so now I will tell you how to pass arguments to a macro. So beta, a macro acts as a function and when we pass arguments, any value or any parameter to a macro, then it called. Okay, so to allow a macro to accept a value, just we have to give the name of that macro in the parenthesis at the top of a macro. So first of all we will decide how macro will run. Okay, so we will create a button so that when we will click on that button, macro will run. Now I am telling you how to create a button. Click on developer and then insert. Here number of buttons are there, you can choose any button. So now you can see that macro window is showing to you. Here you will have to give the name of macro. Suppose I am giving macro 99. Now the button is showing to you on the screen. Okay, now I have switched on the window, switch the tab. Now we will do the coding. So here sub macro 99 is the name of a macro. So here I will do the coding. I am writing message box triple. Here message box is the print statement, it works as a print statement, and triple is the name of a function. Here function is the keyword and triple x is the name of a function. So message box, what message box will print? Here I am going to give the name of the, I am going to assign the value. I am giving x is equal to 10. It means here the value of x is 10. And now message box x, it means this message box will print the value of x. Okay, so by pressing Alt plus F11 key, switch to the window, and whenever I will click on this button will show you the output. Okay, clear? Now one more. Now I will tell you how you can access cells directly using the VBA. Means sometimes we have data in our sheets and we want to use those data to create our coding. Okay, so how you can create or how you can access that data? So in MS Excel it is possible to access data directly through the VBA. So in that case we need to read the data from the worksheet, and based on that data we can perform further functions. So how we can perform these functions, I will tell you. So beta, in this that access, you can access data in by two ways: cell object and range object. In cell object, see the screen, we will create a button so that whenever we will click on that button, that macro will run. I am giving name of the macro in such a way as I told you before that. Fine. Here I will do the coding. Now you can see that my button number 3 has been created on the screen. See, now I will do the coding. Message box, it will work as a print statement, and then cells, in parenthesis I will pass the value. I am giving 1, 1 or 2, 2, whatever you will give, that will print the result. So here 1 is the row and another one is the column, means to say this is your cell address, but we are not giving here as a cell address A1, A2. We are not we will not pass as a value. We will give the proper 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, that cell, it will fetch that cell address. Now I will show to the screen. Here you can see 1, 1 marks 1. So message output window, in output window you can see the result marks 1. Now fine. So in the same way you can do work range object. So here create one more button, give any name to your macro. Okay, so I will do the coding. Message cells A1. Here I will pass the range A1, B2, whatever you will write the name of the address, cell of the address, it will show you on the screen. A1. Here I am writing B1. Okay, something I am doing change. B1, and what is written in the B1? Marks 2, and now you can see on the screen marks 2 is there. Okay dear student, so in this chapter we learn about macro coding, how to use macros as a function, how we can pass the arguments, how we can access cell, or you can say access cell address. Okay, so in the coming videos we will learn more and more things. Okay, thank you, have a nice